Hello, my name is Ryan. This is my son Asher. I live here in the Denver area. I'm 33 years old. I'm a working professional and a single dad. With that said, my girlfriend slash, we're working on things, but she's sitting right there. And I've been attending Family Life Center for a few months, and I work one-on-one with a counselor whose name's Chris, and I come in the evening time. And I really got involved. Should I say why I got involved in the program?
Sure.
So I really got involved in the program because Jessica and I, we had decided to work things out from a distance. And having such a young son who's an infant, primarily when I initially had him, I left a lot of the responsibilities for her as the mother. And I kind of, as the father, didn't participate in a lot of things that maybe that I should have participated in. And there was a lot of things that maybe I was lacking in the area of taking care of my son. So kind of one thing that's been helping me to be a good father is to attend the one-on-one sessions and to learn about techniques on safety, techniques on discipline, techniques on conversations, and then just techniques on how to work with my partner from a distance to have a better co-parenting type style. So this has been something that's been beneficial to me. Just overall, it's been beneficial to my relationship, and it really helps me every week if there's something that I need to know, whether it's on nutrition. Don't give him dairy until he's 1. I learned that, right? So, any type of thing that I have, or any type of questions that I have, or even things that I don't think of to ask or to Google or to look into because you don't know what you don't know, the conversations are there, right? And every week it's what's going on in your relationship, what do you want to learn about, how are things with your son, what went on last week, and what are some things that you want to learn about. And by the way, based on what you told me, here's some things that I think you might want to learn about. So these are things that it's keeping my child safe. That's what's going on, is my child's safe. I'll say that again. My child, I feel like, is more safe by coming. And I feel like my relationship on an individual level and as a couple is growing and becoming better. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Thanks for this question. There's one other name tag I didn't acknowledge next to Ryan. Shannon ended up with a very severe ear infection, was at urgent care, and she's like, I'm not sure I'm going to make it there. So that's where our other person is. Okay, Annette and I have some preset questions that our different panel knows, so that we're going to take some time to ask them some questions so that you will help to know them a little better. And then at the end, we'll open up the mic to questions you may have as a guest. So take a note, jot it down, remember it some way so that when we do that, you can remember what your question was. Okay? So, and let's take off from there.
I guess I'll use this mic. Okay, so the very first question is open to anybody. And so what is one of the most helpful things you have learned in one of your classes at Colorado Family Life Center? Raise your hand, we'll acknowledge you, and then go ahead.
Grab a mic or something.
Communication with my spouse. That's the main thing that I've really learned from all these classes. Like Ryan said, keeping the child alive. 2 months now, so we're really proud about that right now. Just communicating with my wife.
So something really helpful. Drew's not with me tonight, but I can speak for him when I say this. Kind of how we looked at the pregnancy was like it's kind of on me because I'm the pregnant one, but him being my partner, it helped him kind of like see what I'm going through and be there for me, like appropriately, I guess, and it doesn't make me feel alone, kind of how I have been, because it's like I'm pregnant, I'm the one that has to go through it and deal with the pain and like the emotional stress, all that kind of stuff. But just taking the classes and having Larry involve Drew, I think it's helped Drew a lot. Like just feel comfortable being a part of pregnancy, because neither one of us are parents. So it's just nice that Drew's engaged and he's in it with me actually. So that helps a lot.
You could see our clients have a busy hand, they have babies, and this is what happens. So, Alana referred to Larry. When we match people up, ladies with ladies, men with men, couples with men or ladies. And we try and adhere to that fairly strictly, just because of the different topics that come up. We like to honor our clients and ourselves in that way. Okay, so next question, again, anybody or all can answer. How has the relationship with your family life coach impacted you?
Yeah. Can you have,
So we have Austin as a coach.
put it up a little closer to your mouth.
We kind of bounced around with different coaches. It's the joke around that we're the coach testers to make sure that you're able to do it. But we've been with Austin for the majority of the pregnancy and after, and he's been able to help us, like my husband said, with that communication, and he's been able to give that male perspective that I would understand of, oh, I know this because I have all these women in my life telling me this is what I did, but he's been able to help that relationship between me and my husband and help us have that communication and everything else with each other.
Anybody else want to share? I know Alana said she likes you, Mr. Larry.
To me, it's really special because when I came in, I was a little bit lost about what to expect. But when I started, it's been 7.5 years, and my relationship with Annette and Larry has been still really close. So we still see each other, we still talk, they still call me or text me to see what we're doing. So it was not just a relationship we built in the center to help me learn something or expect something, but it was also to support me outside of the center.
Great. Okay.
Anybody else wanted to share anything specific about, I know Brian, Chris has been real helpful to you.
Yeah, I wanted to, so, like this isn't therapy. It's not supposed to be, but it is.
It's not. Our insurance doesn't cover that.
Okay, with that said, it kind of is in a way. Like, you know, sometimes I'll go in there and so they give a big list of things that you want to learn about, and they really make it about you and areas that you want to improve on. So for example, you might go in and you might have stuff, my child is already born, so I don't need to know about the pregnancy portion of it, right? So that didn't apply to me. And you know, he's not 2 years old, so I'm not interested in learning that. So there's different areas of focus based on the age of your child, and you go in there and there's a sheet of paper and you basically click the items you want to learn about, and then you go in there and they'll put a video on, and they'll sit and they'll watch the video with you to make sure you're watching it, answer any type of questions, rewind it if you want. Like the CPR one, we rewinded it like 5 times because I'm like, how do I do this? And then I'm like, I'm gonna go get CPR certified. So, but with that said, I mean, there's been times that I've gone in and like, we don't even talk about that stuff because I have other stuff going on with my son, and as you heard, my relationships and things that impact work, that impact my personal life, and sometimes it's just like a third-party perspective guidance that's rooted in spirituality. And I am a spiritual person, and to have an organization that roots it in that really makes an impact for me in my life, because I can take that home with me. I can relate to it. So, I mean, the relationship is more than just, you know, helping you be a good parent. You go in there sometimes and you're just having a really bad day, and you just need to keep your head straight. And I know my counselor, Chris, is invaluable for that. So, again, it's not therapy, it's parenting, guidance. He makes that clear. But I think there's been like 2.5 hours I was in his office one time, just telling him all, and I left and I felt great and I had a really good week. So it's impacted me, and then I come home and it impacts my kid, right? It impacts the way that I treat my partner, right? In our relationship. So those things don't just impact me, they impact the community, they impact my partner, they impact my child, they impact my spirituality. So that was a winded answer, but I mean, these relationships are invaluable. I just want to express that, so thank you.
Very well said. And you know what, all of us, don't we need a listening ear? If more of us were listening, we'd probably put the counselors out of business. We do have a code called 0.0 family life coaching, because it is not counseling. But a listening ear makes a huge difference. And we really do have some awesome family life coaches. All of our family life coaches are awesome. And it's because they love and care for people genuinely. So, as a lot of you know, we have a boutique. And so the next question I'd like to ask is, what has benefited you the most about the boutique? And I know not everybody needs it. Ryan doesn't need it. He's in a different phase of life, and he's just thankful to be there anyways. Ariana, you can also share from your perspective back then when you needed it, how it was helpful because you were a young teen mom in your past. So from whatever that perspective is, go ahead and, you know, whoever wants to share a little bit about how the boutique has specifically benefited you.
For me, it was really unexpected. Everything I found from diapers to wipes to clothes to the bibs, and even, you know, items for myself like makeup or, you know, whatever else was in there. It was like sometimes it was just, oh, this is nice, I'll take it so I could try it. And I'm gonna share something really quick. It was actually a surprise baby shower I had. I had a bag of diapers that was marked from the boutique. I didn't know it was where I was going, and I showed up with the package of diapers to the baby shower, and I turned around to realize that it was for myself. I was trying to help somebody else at that point. I didn't have the money to help anybody, but I was actually trying to, you know, bring something. And then I realized, oh wow, it's actually, I have something extra. It's probably you're never too prepared to have everything you need for your child.
I'll second what she just said. You never know what you'll need. This past time that we went, we actually were able to get, as Austin called it, the baby jail, and it's the seat. And so instead of having her in her giant bassinet trying to wheel that into the bathroom to steam her when she's sick, I'm able to just put her in the little baby jail, and it's much easier, and we're very thankful for the stuff that we were able to get, like the baby jail, we were able to get a bassinet. We were also able to get, thank you. We were also able to get a pregnancy pillow as well that was able to help us and help that comfort. Even though she doesn't like it, it definitely has helped us.
Sure, go ahead, Alon.
So, everything I've gotten is just to prepare for the baby. So we've just gotten diapers and wipes. We've gotten a few onesies because I like looking at all the baby clothes. And they're in super good condition. They're so cute. The diapers are what, 1 and 2, like newborn diapers. yeah, so I've been getting a lot of newborn diapers like every visit. So that's been helping. My closet's been full of diapers. There's a lot of stuff in there that I wasn't expecting to be in there, like not just for the baby, there's stuff for you too. Like you guys have deodorant, toothbrushes, conditioner, shampoo. Like there's just a lot of useful things in there, and not just for the baby, for you too if you need it. So it's really nice.
Great. And all those boutique items are stocked by gifts. We don't buy or purchase anything for a boutique, so that's why it just, maybe we have a baby jail, maybe we don't. It just depends on what people have donated to keep the boutique stocked and full. Okay, couple specific questions. Kimberly and Johnny, what's the best part of parenting so far?
The best part of parenting so far is this little one's smile. Being able to see it. I don't know if everyone's been able to see her smile tonight, but she just lights up when she does. That's been my favorite part of parenting, is just her smile, her happiness, and the fact that I was able to bring this little one into the world. And that was a blessing in itself with all of my health issues that I had going on, that I was able to bring her into the world.
My favorite part, I go to work every single day. It's stressful, and she sent me pictures of this little one smiling all throughout the morning, and it just makes my day. It makes me a happier person, a better person at work. It makes me calm, relaxed, and all I do is just want to go home. Just stay there with the baby all night. That's my best part.
All right, you gotta keep them coming, Kimberly.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, just a little bit about our couple that's not here. Riley and Jawan got married on Riley's 18th birthday, which was January 24th. Lionel was born today, and he weighed 5 pounds, 7 ounces. And we're just rejoicing with them. They're super excited to be new parents. And our photographer was her mom, and so she obviously is taking pictures of a newborn, not here. So, but we miss them, but we're excited for them.
Okay, then Alana, baby's due in about 6 weeks, right? How are you feeling?
I've been feeling pretty bad.
Do we have any EMTs?
But I mean, it's a good feeling just to know that he's there and he's gonna be here really soon. But I mean, pregnancy is no joke. It was nice at the beginning and in the middle, and then these last probably 3 months have been kind of painful for me because I'm small and I'm not used to all this weight. It's been stressful, but still it's rewarding. Yeah, I haven't been feeling that good, but still pretty good just because he's coming. It's exciting.
All right, thanks for sharing.
Okay, and our final prepared question of the night, Ariana, you were 19, you just turned 19 after you started coming to the center. Or no, you were 18, you turned 19 when Ian was born, and now you are 26 and Ian is 7. And I think you kind of already alluded to it. What has kept you connected? You've been out of the program now for years, and what has made the most difference during the time that you were coming? And for those of you, I have to share a little piece because I think this is valuable, because Kathy mentioned that about spina bifida, and Ariana was born with spina bifida, and I remember it distinctly, her saying how people pretty much encouraged her not to have the baby because what if the baby was born with spina bifida, which is a crazy question because she's a wonderful young lady, and so she got some really bad advice, but she chose life. And Ian's sitting here, a beautiful, handsome young man. And he's pretty excited about his suffering. So just share just a little bit about how that transpired back then and still is today.
At this point, I might cry. I was telling that I said I'm not sure. But So when I came in, you just expect some type of help, and that's it. You just go in and out, and you're done. Like I was saying, you actually get the help, the support, not just on the supplies, because that's what I was actually going for, but you get the support, you get the knowledge of what to expect, what if, I thank God that he's healthy child, 7-year-old. He didn't have the same diagnosis, but at the same time, I'm blessed because even with my diagnosis, I had the blessing of being a mother. Now, I am a single mom, but I'm proud of it because with that reason, I have reason to keep going every single morning to work. I wake up to go to work and give him everything he needs, regardless of the weather, regardless of what is going on. I'm there for him at school, the school events and everything. And then if you sit down and think about what if I hadn't choose life at that point, I know my life wouldn't be as good as it is right now. I could probably be in a really bad situation, who knows, but I decided to keep him with me, and now we are together. I have a reason to keep going, and no matter what people said to me, a friend of mine said this, a doctor said this, a doctor said that. I know God gave me a child to raise for a good reason, and it was my gift, and I had to take advantage of the gift and give the best of me. And I do give it every morning. I do give it every night. We pray to God every night and every morning to thank Him for all the reasons that He gave us to keep going every single day.
Thank you, Ariana. Thank you, everybody. I am really proud of you, Ariana. You are a wonderful mom, and it's been a pleasure to get to know you better over the years. Thank you, each one of you, for sharing and telling part of your story.